Hey guys, so in this video, I'm going to show you how to multiply when you're dealing with expressions. So I'm going to do this in many different steps. You do not have to do in this many steps. You could do it in one step. When I got the hang of it, I was able to do it in one step. But like I said, for this video, I'm going to do it very, very slow. So pretty much this is exactly like the last unit, that the last classwork that you just had. So whatever is on the numerator can cancel out with something in the denominator. Something in the numerator can't cancel out with something in the numerator, and something in the denominator cannot cancel out with something in the denominator. So if I look here, I'm just going to look at these first. I see 8 and 2. Those can cancel out. So these can cancel out. 8 divided by 2 is going to give me 4 on the top. So my new equation is going to be 4x to the third y. Since the 2 canceled out, I have x y squared times 7x to the fourth. And then over here, I'm going to do a little cancel out. Since there's only one y on the bottom here and there's 3 y's on the top here, I can cancel this and change this into a 2. So I have y squared, and then on the bottom, I have 4. So once again, it doesn't have to be on like the top and bottom right here. You could also do something on the top here and something diagonal here. See how there's a 4 on the bottom and a 4 on the top? Look at this. This can just cancel out. I'm also going to do the x's over here. So the x, there's only one x on the bottom. There's 3 up there. So I'm going to take away this x, and I'm going to change this one into a 2. So now I'm going to have x squared y over y. Let me get a new marker because this one's running out. X squared over y squared times, and then this one we did not touch yet, so x to the fourth y squared. And since this is the only thing that canceled out, we could just say that there's a 1. Please do not put a 0 when there's nothing else left. There's always a 1. And now we can see here, I could do something here, but this is a lot easier. I have a y squared and a y squared. Cancel, cancel. So now I'm left with x squared y over 1 times 7x to the fourth over 1. And we cannot cancel anymore because these are both in the numerator. So now we're just going to simplify. So x squared times x to the fourth gives me x to the sixth, because remember we add exponents. So my final answer would be 7x to the sixth y. So that's how you do the first type. So the second type of multiplying, which I'm going to get into now, deals with factor. So let's get rid of this. And as I said before, if you see multiple things that can cancel, go right ahead, just cancel it right out. You don't have to do that many steps. So let's say I have the problem 3x minus 3x squared over x times. Okay, so with these types of problems, what you're going to have to do is that you're going to have to factor. So always the first thing you should be looking for is a GCF when you factor. If you don't see a GCF and you see like a trinomial, probably you're going to have to do the multiply to C, add to B. But let's see what happens. So I'm going to start with the top one. I see that there is a GCF. I see that I can pull out a 3x. So if I pull out a 3x, I'm going to be left with 3x divided by 3x is 1. And then negative 3x squared divided by 3x is going to be left with just minus x. So I just factored the top one. Now I'm going to factor this. There is no GCF, so I'm going to find two numbers that multiply to negative 5 and add to 4. And I got them. It's going to be x plus 5 and x minus 1. Moving on, if we go up here, once again, there is no GCF, but it is a trinomial. I got to find two numbers that multiply to negative 20 and add to 1, because technically there's a coefficient of 1 there. Once again, it's x plus 5 and x minus 4. And then on the bottom here, we get 3x. So now I'm just going to look for stuff to cancel out. X plus 5 is on the bottom, x plus 5 is on the top. Cancel. 3x on the bottom, 3x on the top. Cancel. Now this one's a little tricky. You would think that they cancel. They do, but something comes out of it. See how this one is 1 minus x, but this one's x minus 1? This is going to cancel, and it's going to turn into -1 instead of +1. And now nothing else cancels. So I'm going to write down what I have left. I have -1 times x minus 4. So now I'm just going to multiply. -1 times x is -x. -1 times -4 is +4. This is my final answer. So after things start canceling out, just make sure you write in the final answer and you multiply through. Other than that, it should be straightforward. If you guys have any questions, please let me know.